Hi, this is the CAD/CAM Lessons channel, and this video will be an informational video because the naming convention for FreeCAD will soon change. New versions of FreeCAD will no longer be called FreeCAD 1.1, 1.2, and so on. Instead, a naming convention will be introduced that includes the year and the version number in the name. This is scheduled to be introduced in September, and in September we will get FreeCAD version 26.3, and this information appeared on the FreeCAD forum. In general, the forum is a great place if you want to follow the development of FreeCAD or if you are having any problems with FreeCAD. In my opinion, the forum is a place where you can get help with FreeCAD very quickly, and when it comes to information about FreeCAD development, we have an announcement section here, and this is where we can find information about the change in the naming convention. But before we move on to that thread, I also encourage you to follow this topic because reports are regularly published here about what has been improved or introduced in FreeCAD. So this is also quite an interesting thread, but now we will move on to this topic, and here we have information about the change in the naming convention. And in fact, for us as users, it doesn't really matter what the program will be called or what naming convention will be used, because the application is still FreeCAD. Nothing changes drastically here, and I'm mentioning this because when moving from version 0.2 to FreeCAD version 1, there was sometimes some confusion, especially among beginner users who thought that it might now be a completely different program. And in terms of operation and stability, it was a completely different program, but this was not really visible from the user's perspective. We continued working in FreeCAD in the same way as we had in previous versions, but the program simply worked much better, and after this change, FreeCAD was more stable, more efficient, and simply performed better. Version 26.3, which will be released on September 30th, 2026, will probably be the same. There will not be any changes that require you to learn FreeCAD all over again, but improvements will simply be introduced and FreeCAD will become an even better program. And if you would like to test the development version, you can do that. Go to freecad.org, click the download now button, and here you have the option to download development versions. We click weekly build here and go to the latest development versions, and here you can download the file for your operating system. I'm currently working on a Mac, and here you can install two versions of FreeCAD side by side. I have not tested this on Windows yet, but when it comes to Windows, we have a version available here that doesn't require installation. So when I test on Windows, I usually download this version, simply extract the archive and launch FreeCAD from the archive without installing the program. And I have FreeCAD running here, and this is version 26.3, the development version, and at first glance there are no visible changes. I will open a project that I created in the previous version of FreeCAD, and everything looks the same here. At first glance there are no significant changes, but in FreeCAD the important changes are made inside the program, and from one version to the next, FreeCAD simply works better and better. In my opinion, this is a good approach. There is no revolution in terms of interface changes, and you don't have to learn the software all over again. If someone already knows FreeCAD, the interface changes from one version to the next version are practically unnoticeable. They are either very small cosmetic changes, or sometimes an additional feature is simply added, such as the option that was recently added to the linear pattern tool, allowing you to create a pattern in two directions within a single operation. In fact, at first glance, there are no major differences. We simply have an additional option here. This was added in FreeCAD version 1.1.1, and this is what changes in FreeCAD look like. So I'm talking about this and emphasizing it so that the beginners who find tutorials recorded using previous versions of FreeCAD don't worry about the fact that the name will be different. In my opinion, even tutorials from 7-8 years ago will still be largely up to date, and in my opinion this is a huge advantage of FreeCAD. 7 or 8 years ago there were not many tutorials, but now there are more and more tutorials every year. More and more people are discovering FreeCAD, and many of these tutorials are still relevant. Everyone can simply find the tutorial that suits them best and start working with FreeCAD. There are also people who complain about the user interface. However, I have noticed that most of them are people who simply don't use FreeCAD. They launch FreeCAD for 10-15 minutes, click around a little, something doesn't work for them, and they abandon FreeCAD and complain about the interface. It is possible that the interface is not the prettiest, but FreeCAD is technical software designed for specific tasks. It is not artistic software, it is simply engineering software in which we are supposed to create 3D models with precisely defined shapes and precisely defined dimensions. In my opinion, the interface is a secondary issue and I don't pay that much attention to it. What matters much more to me is that FreeCAD works reliably and doesn't crash during more complex calculations or more complex operations. Of course, I will point out right away that FreeCAD is not a perfect program. It is not a program for everyone, but for many people it can be a very good program for creating 3D models. You have to remember that this is completely free software developed under open source principles. There is no corporation behind it, and it is developed by people who simply want to work on it. Nobody forces anyone to work on FreeCAD. There is a more permanent team of developers who regularly develop the program, but in many cases they do it on a non-commercial basis. From time to time some funding becomes available and is distributed among the main developers, and when such funding appears you can see quite intensive development of FreeCAD, and it is great that this happens. Just before FreeCAD version 1.0 this kind of funding become available, and from my perspective it significantly accelerated the development of FreeCAD and it resulted in more FreeCAD users, and this active development of FreeCAD also drives itself forward. So it is great that this kind of funding appears. Of course, anyone can also financially support the development of FreeCAD, and to do this we go to freecad.org, click this button, and here we can support the development of FreeCAD. And I will say right away that this is not mandatory. Nobody has to feel obligated to financially support the development of FreeCAD. If you feel like doing it, you can, but simply using FreeCAD, even without providing financial support, is also very valuable, because the more FreeCAD users there are, the more popular the program becomes. And I think that this will also provide strong motivation to develop the program more intensively. So, to briefly summarize this video, a change in the FreeCAD naming convention will be introduced in September. For us, ordinary FreeCAD users, nothing changes. We simply use the latest version or the latest version that works on our computer. Nobody forces us to update the software, so we can use whichever version we want. If you want to test development version, you can do so by clicking the Download Now button, then going to Weekly Build and downloading the version for your operating system. And if you feel like financially supporting the development of FreeCAD, click this button on the home page and simply follow the instructions. But I will point out one more thing here, because information sometimes appears online saying that if you use FreeCAD, you should financially support the development of the program, and I don't agree with that. Support should be voluntary. If you feel like doing it, you can, but if you don't want to financially support the program, you don't have to feel obligated to do so. Simply use FreeCAD and create 3D models in it, and if you ever feel the need to financially support the development of the program, you can simply do that. And okay, we will end this video here. On my channel you will find many tutorials covering the basics of 3D modeling in this system, so if you want to get started with FreeCAD, this channel may be a good place where you can find many tutorials. Thanks for watching and please subscribe to this channel.